Hi you guys, I am back. I'm late, but I'm back. For those of you who don't know, I have been out very sick. The past week on Tuesday, I managed to get a virus that Lennon had. Hers lasted for a day. Of course, mine lasted for 5 days. It sort of tapered off into severe dehydration. I had to go get fluids and all kinds of other things, and it just does well to make you feel terrible. But it's over, it's done. I am back. I feel fantastic. I still feel like I'm battling some dehydration. Like I just still can't get enough to drink. So I've been like consciously intaking some fluids because let me tell you something, dehydration is a scary thing. But anyway, I am much better and I'm glad to be back. So it's put me late doing my Grimoire update for November and kind of like my what's going on in December. So I will work on that for you guys, kind of like maybe like a mid-month what's going on. But we'll do a quick Grimoire tour as to what I updated in November. So let's jump right to it. So I'm not gonna put my camera facing down today because I can't get the right angle. It's not doing what I want it to do. So we're just gonna go old school. So this is where we left off the last time. I feel like I'm gonna peek. Here in October. And I went a little more creative in November. So what I did was I added a Samhain page. So right here you'll see like I did some watercolors on there, some little doodles. I have some Samhain correspondences, which I found, I wanted to write them all down, and then I found this really awesome list on Pinterest. So I printed it out. I thought it was really pretty. Just like these two little pictures. I just thought that it kind of went with the whole vibe. We have a little witch here, the moon, and just like a really pretty arrangement. And a couple of quotes there. Just something fun. And then I had some boiled paper. Matter of fact, I showed my other half. You'll recognize my ink blot. Of course, I have two, you know, I put them together, but I did that on my boiled paper. So on this side, I put the Samhain spread that I had used. I believe that I shared it. I think I shared it with on here with you guys. This is the one that I did here, and then of course I have my ink blot, and then I put in a palmistry page. Now what I did here, I did some doodles. This is a piece of artwork that I really loved, and then I just kind of tore the edges. I did the Mod Podge in here. I have a hand here. The past is in your head, the future is in your hands. And then I have a pocket, a doodled pocket that has some palmistry stuff in here. A couple of things of information about palmistry that I shove in here. That's something that I've always like been interested in. I've kind of dabbled with, but I'm always trying to learn a little more about palmistry. This side here, I got a little fancy this month. So I pulled this card. This is from the Moon deck. And this is Conscious Eating Nourishes Me. I'm trying to read backwards if you're wondering why I'm like... but anyway, I pulled this card last month. And I got the figs that were on there. And figs have been kind of everywhere for me. Matter of fact, I even... I don't have it on today, but I even have a necklace that has like an old illustrated fig on there. Well, this popped up last month and I'm like, what is the deal with all these figs? Why do I continuously see them? So I decided to do a page. You see I have a little doodle here, the lushness I have here. Just some pics that I found, and this is the fiddle leaf fig, which I actually have in my living room. The symbolism, which would be universal understanding, unity, truth, creation, purpose, and abundance. And I really like that because another one, which I'm probably going to do this month, that always comes up for me are figs and pomegranates. So I want to do a pomegranate because I thought that it tied really well with the abundance, because I know that a pomegranate is usually has a lot to do with abundance. So I was kind of intrigued the fact that fig, because I thought fig and I thought fertility, right? Because it looks like an egg seed. It's almost vaginal in nature, if you will. If you hear some noise, Benny is playing in here. So I was really surprised to see, like, I mean, of course we have the creation, which is a bit like the fertility, you know. So I was interested. So when I seen abundance, I was like, well, I have to do a bigger spread on the pomegranate and kind of get into that symbolism as well. So I just thought that was neat. And of course some washi tape, because fun. This, I just did a kind of brain dump about Ho'oponopono, which if you don't know, ooh, I'm dropping stuff. If you don't know what it is, it has a lot to do with the beliefs of the Polynesian, maybe Hawaiian people, kind of asking the divine and stating, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Having to do with, obviously, forgiveness, but also going into the realm of abundance. So anyway, these are just thoughts that I put into this page about it, what it meant for me, what I did to learn a little bit more about it when it was put in front of me, kind of thing. My next page that I did was really fun. I really enjoyed doing this page. This was the soul card that kind of spoke to me the most out of the whole deck. I keep going back to it, so I have it pulled out right here. So what I did was, because it made such a big impact on me, sorry, I keep wanting to look in a different place because I have my little new light ring on this side, so I'm like trying to look, but the light is really bright, and so I end up trying to look at myself. Anyway, it sparked a lot in me. So I went ahead and I made a copy, and then on this purple part, all around it, I put keywords that kind of sparked within me when I saw this card, and I'll kind of tell you guys a few if y'all are interested, and if not, well, just skip this part. It made me think of goddess, magic, intuition, the feminine, lust, the heart, love, oneness, virtue, memory, past life, divine, connection, knowledge, nurturing, guidance, life, creation. Did I say creation already? No, must not. Creation, fulfillment, and the moon. So that's what, oh, you can see my ring now. Look at that ring. But that's what I get when I see this image, and it just sparked me. So I wanted to put it in there with November 2018. See, there I go, looking at the wrong space again. 2018 to hold space. Like, this is what sparked me, and this is what I was drawn to at this time. And then my last page, I have some what people usually call light language. Funny story. I had scrolled through Instagram ages ago, and I saw a picture of somebody that somebody had posted that had this sort of writing on it. And it gave me feels. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of took me aback and almost took my breath away. And I was like, what is this? Is this like an ancient language? Like, what is it? And they had talked about light language, this, that, and the other. I'd watched some videos on it, or, you know, about it. This was a couple months ago, maybe a year ago. And so I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I forgot all about it. Well, in September, sorry, my dog's barking. In September, something strange happened while I was at my desk doing some accounting work. I had my highlighter out and I was highlighting one of my papers, and it's like all of a sudden I just felt like I needed to just like write something. So I began just kind of making marks on my paper, right? And then it feverishly became something, if that makes sense. Maybe anyone who's done automatic writing will understand kind of what I'm talking about. Like, it like instantly became almost an obsessive kind of writing, and I just kind of filled the page with just words, markings, if you will. And like, I felt like I couldn't stop until it was done, right? So I marked all over this page, and I kind of stopped and sat back, and I was like, what just happened? What is this? And of course, I have that paper. I have it. It's within my accounting stuff. And it's all done with highlighters, so it's really hard to see. Some things I even wrote on top of each other. And that was the first time it really came out. After that, I feel like I'm saying a lot. You gotta forgive me. I did it again. Well, I mean, I've always said a lot. Let's be real. But I feel like still, like, since last week, I have trouble reining my mind in still. Fucking dehydration will do some weird ass shit to you. Speaking of, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Benny found something. Oh, a binder clip. He must have got on my desk and took the binder clip off. Anyway, so I have it all in my accounting papers, you know, but you could barely see it. But since then, I've felt the need to do more of it. Not all the time. It kind of like washes over me. I've done some behind some of my paintings, like, because I've said that before, a lot of times if I'm doing something bigger, or if I just have a focus that I want to consider while I'm working on a painting or on some artwork of whatever kind, I will sometimes put an incantation. Sometimes I'll put a wish, something I'm trying to manifest, something I want to consider while I'm painting kind of idea. Well, I was writing that, and then like I just kind of felt it kind of take over, and I just allowed myself to write on the page, on the canvas actually. And so it kind of became a thing. I don't know what it says, but once it starts, like once I start writing, I cannot stop until it's out. And this was a portion. I was actually writing something for work in one of my notebooks, and I guess the words that I wanted to say, maybe the feelings that I was feeling, I don't know, it just needed to come out in a faster way, a more efficient way. It needed to be let go of. And that's where this came from. And it's the first time I've captured it on something that I could place into my grimoire. So I wrote a little bit about my experience of this light language, and I put it in here, and I just feel like it's something that I'm not convinced of myself, but I know how it makes me feel. And I know how when I write and when it's done, how I feel. And it's hard to describe, and sometimes I feel like I'm fucking nuts, but I can't deny the feeling. I know when I see it, I know when I write it, I know when I need to write it. And so it's become a thing for me, so I'm really glad that I actually caught it on paper that I could actually put in here, not something that's going behind acrylics or, you know, highlighter yellow on accounting papers. So yeah, so I have that in there. And then it trickled out a little bit to this page, and that's kind of where I got in November. So there we go. I know this was a bit long because mostly I just kind of talked about it. I usually just kind of show you guys. I don't talk about it much, but I really enjoyed, and I wouldn't mind even expanding a little more on the things that I put into my grimoire. If that's something that you guys are interested in, if you would like me to, in December, at the end of December, kind of take the time to not only, I mean, obviously I'm putting stuff in my grimoire, but not only just to show you guys, but to really talk about what I'm putting in there, I would be more than happy to do that. But you got to let me know if that's something that you're interested in, or you just kind of want to see what I'm doing. So by all means, please let me know in the comments. Feel free to join my Facebook group and let me know in there, yay or nay. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully be back again this week, kind of talking about what's going on in December and kind of prepping for 2019. And as always, if you're looking for me, I'll have my information below, email, you can find me on Instagram, all kinds of good stuff. Also, you guys, my Patreon is finally launched. So if you do enjoy my videos, if you'd like to offer any kind of support, there are options to do that below as well. And as always, much love to you guys. I will see y'all soon. Bye-bye.